I need to talk to you for a minute. We're getting ready to start your body work on your car.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What did I tell you we were going to do after I do the body work on your car? What did I tell you?
I believe you said move on to the brakes.
I'm going to do the frame and the brakes. You said the magic word. So you know what I need to do? I need to order the brakes, Jimmy.
Okay.
Now, we got several options here. How high end do you want to go with this brake system?
Willwood.
Okay, we're not using Willwood. That's too high end. You don't need Willwood. I'm going to save you money. Do you want me to save you money, or do you want to go Willwood?
I think I want to go Willwood. Right.
Okay, so you don't want to go master power brakes like I've been using for 35 years.
Nothing's wrong with it. I like Willwood.
Okay. If you go with Willwood...
Can I price it out first?
Huh?
Can I price it out first? I'll only need like a day.
Hang on a minute. If you go with Willwood, I'm going to tell you the difference here. Hang on, bud. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go with 67. We're going to go with Pontiac. We're going to go with GTO. And then what's your options? We're going to go with disc brake, okay?
Okay.
We're going to go with disc brakes. Let's go ahead and search that and see what we got, okay? We're coming up with individual parts. We're not coming up with kits. We're not coming up with kits here. Hold on. Okay, we don't want the spindle. We can't, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you have to select what kind of spindle you're using, and then it gives you a breakdown.
Well, then you got to buy the spindles, okay, for the Willwood brakes. You're not using your factory spindles.
Okay.
Okay, so now we got to buy spindles, and then once we do that, then you got to buy the calipers, okay? So now you got to buy individual calipers, then you buy individual rotors and all this other shit. By the time you get done, you're going to spend $9,000 on brakes, dude. Why do you want Willwood? Because it says Willwood on the piston?
Well, no, they seem to be...
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, Jimmy. Am I building your car for you, or are you building it and I'm just the puppet here? I'm asking...
Oh, no, you're building it, but you gave me options.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this, okay? Now, all right, listen to me.
Either Bear brakes or Willwood seem to be top dog.
Okay, well, can I talk now? Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, we can go ahead and get master power brakes like I've put on the last two cars that I built, which is the Mustang and the Camaro, okay?
Okay.
And they're going to be just as good or better, and you're going to save thousands of dollars. Okay. All right. So you just said another magic word. So did you say you were watching my videos?
Yeah.
Okay, but you haven't been watching them that good, Jimmy, because you just said another word that's not magic. It's basically mystical, and the word is forum. You said forum, and what do I say in my videos about forums, buddy?
Oh, you always say...
what do I say? What did I say about forums?
Well, you always say don't trust them.
Exactly. So I'm going to tell you, this is what I think of Willwood brakes and Bear brakes. Are you ready?
Send it.
Fuck off on that. That's what I'm telling you. Okay? Now,
Okay.
I asked you in the beginning, do not argue with me. I know what I'm doing. Order what I ask you to order. Or if I can get a better discount, then you give me the money and I fucking order it to save you money.
Yeah, that works.
Now, if you want to go with the high end that's going to be compatible to Willwood brakes, then I suggest that you get the 67 GTO front disc brake conversion kit Rally Series.
Rally Series.
Or we can go with the 67 Pontiac GTO front disc brake conversion kit Pro Driver Series. Do you plan on SCCA racing this thing or drag racing it down Bandamere Speedway? I don't understand.
But I will lay it too heavy.
Okay, so you're going to drive this on weekends, am I correct?
Oh, yes.
You're not going to drive it to work every day. It's not going to be a daily driver.
Maybe for the first 6 months I will, just to get it on my
Okay, I'm going to tell you this. All right, we're going with master power brakes, bud. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, do you trust me with your car? Because I'm getting this feeling that, know, you want to go forum route on this. You want to go with the forums. You want to believe and trust in them. But I'm just the puppet that, you know, with the hands that's working on it. That's what I'm feeling like.
No, I'll trust you.
Okay. Now, we can
You
get...
gave me the choice.
Okay, the choice is, and I've already told you about Master Power Brakes. I've already told you about them. So you probably weren't listening. I don't know. You usually listen really good. You know? But this was back in when you first brought your car here and we were going over a lot of stuff. Now, we got several options here. We can get the Legend Series, which is approximately $750. It's an 11-inch rotor. It's a plain rotor. It's not drilled. Okay, if you want it, and it requires at least a 15-inch rim. What size rims are you going to put on this thing, Jimmy?
Well, I think because of the...
Were we going 20s on this, or
you said they have to be 17 or bigger, right?
Well, I was talking about the brake system that I was thinking about. But if you want to go with a 15-inch tire where it's all factory original, okay, then we'll have to go with the Legend Series brakes. We can't use the other ones.
Well, no, it'll be at least a 17-inch wheel.
Okay, so now we're going to go with 17. So now we can bump it up. See, now we can bump it up to the cross-drilled, slotted rotors, silver sink finish with the CNC machined billet aluminum 4-piston caliper, just like Willwood, for about $1,200. Okay, that'll be your front disc brake system, which bumps it up to it's still an 11-inch, but you got the 4-piston calipers on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now you can go over to Willwood and check it out, and you're going to pay about $2,800 for the same thing I just said.
Yeah, I trust you, Pete.
Now, if you want to get the Pro Driver Series, which is basically the highest end you can get, you're going to look at about $2,100. It's 13-inch slot. It's a 13-inch diameter instead of 11. Now, that does require a 17-inch wheel rim. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, but now you're talking, you know, $2,000 plus. Okay. Now let's talk about the rear brake system, because if you go with the Legend Series, if you go with the Rally Series on the front, you're going to have to go with the Rally on the back. So it's a matching system. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you got the 4-piston. You got the 4-piston. Hello, are you listening, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Okay, because I hear someone talking in the back. Are you busy right now?
Those are my coworkers and our driver.
Okay, can I talk for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we go with the Legend High Performance Plus Series in the back, you're looking at around $1,000. And that's 13-inch. That's with the 13-inch rotors. And what that is what you call a winner of the 2020 NSRA New Safety Related Product of the Year. Do you know what NSRA is?
Something related with racing.
That's National Street Rod Association. Okay? Now, you're looking under $1,000 for that kit. Go over to Willwood and you're going to pay $2,000. We're going to go with the Rally Series on the front. We'll go with the Rally Series on the front. That's going to give us the 4-piston caliper that we want. Because most of your brake system, I feel like I'm talking to somebody else here, Jimmy. I hear somebody else talking. When you get to your motel room, okay, when you get to your motel room, you need to call me, okay?
Okay, I'll give you a call back.
You give me a call because we need to get some money so I can order this.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so you give me a call back. We're going to go over everything in detail because I feel like I'm talking to your neighbor there, the guy sitting next to you.
I'm listening to you, Pete.
Okay. Call me back.
Call back.
We're going to go over this situation. We're going to get everything ordered. We got to get a Master Power. We got to get a brake booster and a pedal kit. If we're going to put a standard transmission in it, we need to order that as well. Okay?
Roger.
So you need to call me back, because guess what I'm doing today, sir?
Okay,
I'm working on your car, Jimmy.
No, that's exciting.
Okay? I'm not going to talk to your neighbor sitting there, so call me back. I'll see you later.
Roger.
Okay, I'm starting to work on the GTO, all right? I'm getting ready to get involved in doing all the body work that I need to do to the GTO that is sitting outside. And I definitely don't have time to dick around and mess around with wishy-washy action going on, okay? Now, he wants his car restored. It's been sitting. I've been working on it. I called him the other day and I told him, look, dude, I'm getting ready to start the body work on your car. You're gonna have my money, right? You're gonna have my money. Yes, my friend Pete, yes, I'm gonna have your money, don't worry. We got suspension parts here. We're gonna be doing your frame. We're gonna put all the brand new suspension front and rear on. Are you gonna have money to pay me? Yes, my friend Pete, yes, I'm gonna have money to pay you, don't worry. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it for granted that I don't have any issues or problems, because if issues or problems arise, I'm gonna be honest with you. This ain't gonna turn out to be a 1968 Mustang Fastback that's been here for going on 9 fucking years. It's not gonna fucking happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the body work. We're gonna start right here. And to start, what I'm gonna do is I have to DA sand this whole quarter panel with 80 grit. Now what that's gonna do, that's gonna show me where all the dents are on the car. Once I get this quarter panel done, then we're gonna jack the car down. I'll go ahead and get the back end of the car, and I'll go ahead and get the roof. We'll go ahead and get that taken care of. Then we'll go ahead and jack the car up on this side, twisting it that way, actually turning the car around, facing the wall, twisting it, lifting it up, and then we'll get this side of the vehicle done. Then, and only then, it'll be ready for primer. And in the meantime, Mr. GTO Jimmy guy better get his shit together and start bucking it up. And that's a fact, Jack. What we're looking at right here, we're looking at a high spot. Now before we go over this, I want to go over everything else that we're looking at. So what I did here is I went ahead and found all the damage on this quarter panel of this 1967 GTO. And the way I did that, I took my DA sander and I DA sanded the whole quarter panel. Now what that's going to do, when you DA sand a quarter panel like this using 80 grit, it's going to show you your highs and lows. The dark spots will be your low spots. The shiny spots are going to be your high spots. So everything that you see where I grinded it down is where our low spots are. And what I did with that, I took a Rollo-Lock grinder with a 36 grit Rollo-Lock disc, and I went ahead and grinded all the spots that are low. Now, the lower half of this quarter panel's been replaced. That's why you see this long section right here. That's where they welded it all together. And then all the other spots are door dings and just, you know, minor and imperfections of many, many years of destruction from owning this car from other owners that have owned it. But we came across one area, which is right here. There's a high spot right here. And I'm going to show you how to remove that high spot only using 2 tools. And what we got here, we got the slap hammer, which is called a spoon hammer. I call it a slap hammer. And we also have a metal file. That's the only 2 tools that we're going to need to remove that high spot, which is located right here. So the first thing we're going to do to find and locate the high spot is we're going to go ahead and take a magic marker. Now this is a red magic marker. You want to use either blue or red. You don't want to use black. And then what we're going to do is we're going to highlight that by coloring it in. Now I already know where the dent is, but this is going to ensure that we get the high spot out and get it out properly. And then we're going to go ahead and take our file. This is a metal file, all right? We're going to take this file and we're going to go ahead and file that easily. We're not going to do it real hard. We're just going to take our time and do it very easy. And you can see right there, there is our high spot. That's our high spot right there. Now, believe it or not, I just got rid of a lot of it by using my file, my metal file. I just got rid of a lot of it, not most of it, but a lot of it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take our slap hammer, and I want you to pay attention how I'm holding this. Very important how to use it. So we're going to take it, and when I hit it, I'm going to pull back on it. I'm going to slap and pull back, slap and pull back. I'm using my finger as a stopper because I don't want it to bounce off. I don't want it to bounce. I want it to be a nice firm hit, pull back. And then we're going to go ahead and feel that. Now look at that. That's almost all the way gone. Let's go ahead and do it again, but this time I'm going to do it this way. I'm not going to pull it this way. I'm going to go down this way. Now that we've got 90% of our high spot out of the vehicle, we still got our red dye there. Remember the red dye? We're going to go ahead and take our file. We're going to go ahead and file that and see where it takes us. And as you see, our high spot is now completely gone. So by using the combination of a spoon hammer, slap hammer, and a metal file, we eliminated, we removed, and the high spot is now gone completely. What the problem we have is, people, this is the main problem. 99.9% of all people are going to rely on taking a high spot out with tools such as this. You got a hand dolly, which would go behind it like this. You put it behind it, and then you would take your body hammer, and then you'd go ahead and pound that dent out to make it lower. But what's going to happen when you use this versus this is that this is going to cause the metal to stretch. It's going to stretch that metal out because you got a piece of block metal. You got this big giant block metal behind this, like that, and then what you're doing is with your hand behind the quarter panel, and then of course this would be up against there, what you're doing is you are pounding that metal while you're holding it, or you possibly might be using this end right here, whichever edge you're using, and what you're doing, you got the metal in between this, and you're pounding that metal just like this, and what's going on, you are stretching that metal out. Now what that's going to do, it's going to take these low spots right here, because this is where some low spots are, and it's going to make those, it's going to tin can the quarter panel. What tin canning is when you push in on it, it goes pop, 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 and it's going to stretch that metal out, it's going to ruin it. If you ever come across a high spot, a small high spot, just like what we showed you, this is a no-no. You want to stay away from these tools and use these tools here. So we're going to take our DA sander. Now I got 80 grit on here. Make sure you wear safety glasses, by the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and DA this down to finish this little imperfection, or should I say bodywork, out. right there. That is a done deal. We got some very minor imperfections here, little dings I've got to work on. But as far as high spots go, that's how you do it. It's a done deal, and that dent is fixed by using these two tools right here. So I hope you liked this little video. It wasn't a long video. It wasn't a detailed video as far as a lot of talk. There was more action than talk. And I showed you in very few minutes how to fix high spots in your restoration or possibly collision job that you're working on. Now, if you're working on a vehicle, a newer model vehicle, a late model vehicle, you want to be extra careful using that slab hammer. The metal on this car is much thicker and solid than a car of today. So be very careful when you're using that. It'll take very minor slapping to get the dent out and very minor filing to get it done. So take it easy. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, showing you and telling you if you're not doing it right, you're not doing it at all.